You are now listening to the Life in Football podcast. Check out the new website, lifeinfootball.com. Once again, the website is lifeinfootball.com. Thanks for listening.
This is a new day to live your life. This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. This is a new day to live your life. This is a new day to try to get right. This is a new day to get on track. Yeah, that's life in football. It's life in football. We are life in football.
Welcome to the Life in Football podcast, baby. I'm your host, Mike Fee.
And this your co-host, Cole and Moore. You know we loving life and enjoying football.
Top-notch coaches all around the world. Top-notch coaches all around the world. Today we got a very special guest on by the name of Terrence Hicks. He's the head coach at Plant City High School. And I'm telling you, man, they dominating over there. But he's trying to build something special, man. He's trying to lead young men into a life of success. And just not in the game of football, but in the game of life as well, man. Because we get this so much. When me and Simo was playing, you get caught up and want to go D1. When a lot of times you ain't even handling your business in the classroom. That's what he really trying to get you to do. And then everything else will fall into place. Because a lot of times, let me tell y'all a little secret, fella. You ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing in the weight room. You ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing in the classroom. And like back then, the coach said, you want to be running behind them girls all day, which y'all probably doing that too, but you're on Instagram all day and doing everything else. Fellas, right here, we got a high school head coach in the state of Florida trying to help lead y'all, not just to wins, but to the game of life and victories overall. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let Simo bring him on.
Coach Hicks, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Thank y'all for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, it's a blessing to have you
Yes,
on.
sir.
And we want to tell you, man, congratulations on getting the job, man.
Appreciate it.
I know if you win it, that was something probably was one of your dreams to be the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
At least I'm assuming if I'm in coaching, that's what I'm going for. So congrats on that.
Thank you.
Man, you actually have to get in there and just get that thing going and get them back rolling how they've been, like how they used to roll. Because I know when Mario Williams did, they was out there getting it.
Yeah.
So you have that task. And how does it feel now being the guy and you get to build a program the way you feel it should go and you actually have everything at your fingertips to do so?
Man, so to answer that question, man, just a simple answer first. It feels great. It feels great to be able to do this. I tell a lot of people, man, in my life, I was blessed at a young age. I knew what I wanted to do. It wasn't no doctor. Yes, I like playing a sport, but I knew at a young age I wanted to coach. I always felt like, I was a natural born leader.
Right.
Through all my homeboys, all my friends growing up, I was never a follower.
Right.
I was always a leader. So, just me loving the sport as much as I do, the sport gave me a lot of life, got me a degree. It kept me pushing. I wasn't like the best scholarly student.
Right.
But I know in order to play, I had to get my grades.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was one of them situations of like football pushed me and it gave me a life now. And I know it's a lot of other people, other kids out there that they have that same motivation. And for me to get to this point, man, I've applied for multiple jobs. Turned down multiple times. Finally got a yes. I had a good friend and he said, the more no's you get, the closer to the yes you're going to get.
Right.
So I just kept pushing, kept going. And to be able to do it and run it the way I want to now.
Right.
Man, it's the best feeling in the world, man. I love it.
Hey, and then on top of that, I like how you said you went and got that degree. And most players, we kind of think about, we think about the league. But at the same token, you need that degree. So with you being the head coach there at Plant City High School, and now you get to tell the boys, hey, yes, I went to college and I got my degree. That's what y'all boys need to be focused on. So it's you showing them the blueprint.
Right.
You giving it to them. So now you get to tell them, hey, man, you need to be in class. You need to sit in the front row. You need to be trying to get a 3.0 to make your chances better going to school. So how is it with you doing that as well?
literally, I'm sitting here on the way up here to this interview. I'm texting the coach right now, and he's
Yeah.
asking me about a student and his grades.
Right.
And I was more than proud to send that kid. You got a 4.7 GPA. Don't worry about him.
Yeah.
He's good.
Right.
So right now with that token side of that, being at Plant City, it's a lot of athletes out there. A lot of parents love their kids to play sports, and that's the focus. They don't focus on academics.
Right.
What we're doing, and I just almost got in trouble for it because this new age era. If you do something too harsh for a kid, the parents ain't gonna like it.
Right.
I do grade checks every 3 weeks. In high school it's 9 weeks. They don't go by semester, so it's
Right.
9 weeks. So every 3 weeks we do grade checks. You ain't finna pop up on me with no F, so I didn't know about it. I'm
Right.
checking your grades before we get to that F.
Right.
So for every F and every D we get, you got 100 yards of plate pushes.
Right.
It's simple. You take a big 45 plate, you got to push that joker. And that's just for one F. If you got two, you got to push it back down.
Right.
And that's just, you go late to class, you got 50 more yards.
Yeah.
Like you gonna hate making F's and D's playing for me.
Right.
It's not fun to make F's and D's playing for me.
And it shouldn't be.
Right.
Yeah.
Like as a head coach, man, I done been around a lot. I done did my X's and O's side. I know as a head coach, it's a lot less football and it's a lot more managing.
Right.
Shoot, I don't care about this kid if he's good or not, because if he can't play, I don't care what he running the 40. He ain't gonna run nothing if he got a 1.4.
Yeah.
So my goal is to make sure we can get them to the season. Not only there, over and above,
Right.
So I put an extra attention on that kind of stuff right now.
Yeah. That's that. You gonna kill the game with that.
Yes, sir.
Now, Coach, you sound real structured, man, and I want to know your background, like where you get this thinking from. Who helped you to become the person that you are today? Like, how was it for you growing up?
All right, I can tell you right now, my structure come from me failing a lot. I'm just gonna straight up say that, bro. I failed a lot, So me coming up, I went to Wharton High School, born and raised in Tampa, Florida. I played under Coach Mitchell. Anybody know about Coach Mitchell? Probably the most strict guy ever in Tampa, Florida.
Yeah.
It was to the point where we never had a number one because he said there are no number ones on our team. If you was playing in the game, if you had on the wristband, if you didn't have enough for the whole team, you had to take it off.
Oh.
When we were stretching, when you take your right step, everybody had to be on the right step at the same time. If you didn't do that, you're starting over. I come from up under that type of stuff. Went to college. I went to Southeastern University over in Lakeland. It used to be called Southeastern Bible School, now Southeastern University.
Right.
That's where I got my degree from. Played under Bearfield, one of the most winningest head coaches in NAIA history.
Right.
Being there at the time, I couldn't stand Bearfield. I couldn't stand that dude.
Yeah.
Everything that he implied and me being in this position now, it all makes sense. It all makes sense. It was to the point where I can say sometimes football had got monogamous playing at Southeastern because you did it over and over again.
Right.
To the point where it's like it got boring in practice.
Yeah.
But we won.
Right.
We won. And we didn't win cheating.
Yeah.
We won the right way.
Exactly.
Just from doing that, coming from those backgrounds, I started my coaching career here in Tampa at King High School. Next year, I was at Alonso High School as the defensive coordinator. Stayed at Alonso for the third year as a defensive coordinator. So the head coach at the time got let go. They brought another coach. So my first 3 years in Tampa, I was under 3 head coaches. Had the opportunity to go back to my alma mater at Wharton High School. 4th year, that's the 4th head coach. Went to Plant City last year as a D coordinator. 5th year, that's the 5th head coach. I done been under so many people and seen so many ways that I like and that I don't like. And I just felt it was my time. I'm ready.
Right.
So.
Now, Coach Hicks, man, I'm just listening to your journey, and it's like you done put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Like, even Southeastern, which we both are familiar with, it's a program that done grown, and they got a nice stadium over there, nice turf field. So I want to know from you, like, in college, did you even think about what you would be doing after college or your career after school?
I knew that in high school, man. And go back to what I said. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew coaching. I knew it. Like I say, it's a blessing. I deal with kids all the time now, and they're lost. I don't know what I want to do with my life. That's the one blessing I had in my life. I never had that problem. I knew what I wanted to do. So I've been working for the same goal for as long as I've been on this earth.
Yeah.
So I've been working for it, man.
So, Coach, here's my last thing for you. could you give some positive information or some type of message to the younger players and really kind of with their parents as well that you can provide that may help them be successful in high school athletics?
First thing I'm gonna say is trusting your coaches. Like, trust them. Like, as a parent, if you got a kid in the program, you have to trust and believe that this coach is doing everything to, get your kid to the promised land.
Right.
If you don't feel that way, then you don't need to have your kids there.
Right.
So that's the first thing. You got to be able to take your hands off your kids.
Yeah.
Because sports it helps you in so many other ways. Like I tell people, if you ever lost a heartbreaking game, that's almost worse than getting broken up with your girlfriend or something like that. It gives you real emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that you can do from it is grow. You know what I'm saying? You grow from that. Like, I had a kid, we got beat one day. He came to the classroom the next morning. Coach, what can we do to get better? You're not getting that from just a regular student.
Right.
That regular student went to sleep, woke up, nothing. This kid woke up like, man, how can I get better in life?
Mm-hmm.
I lost. I didn't like it. What can I do to get better?
Yeah.
So I would say, you know what I'm saying, trust in your coaches, trust in the program. Make sure you get your grades is the main thing. Like, and I'm saying that on some, man, it's a lot of things that you can't do if you just not qualified for it. So even if you don't like school, you still have to reach this qualifications just to set yourself up for that.
Right.
You walk into this job, hey, you can't do this because you don't have that.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't like school. A lot of people didn't, but you still got to do it to get to where you want to be.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all I have to say to that.
Man, I love what Coach talking about. He like a no nonsense type of guy. And that's what you need. You know, that's what all of us need. I needed it, Seymour needed it. Because especially when you're coming out of the state of Florida, you just want to go play ball, man. Mm-hmm. But he said something real important. You got to get your schoolwork. And I like what he do. Every 3 weeks, he checking on you, making sure. Because I did good in school, but I could have did better. And a lot of times as athletes, we got to get out of that mindset of just doing the bare minimum just to make it. Because when them college coaches came around and the school came around, they wanted me, but they will always say, you should have had a little bit higher GPA. And that's what counts, man. Then when you got a coach like that cares, that goes above and beyond, that will benefit you not just right then, but later on. So, man, I just want to thank Coach again for coming on. He the head coach at Plant City, Coach Terrence Hicks. And I'm telling you, man, he out there, he getting you prepared, he getting you ready for war, and making sure you staying on top of what you need to do. Because when them scholarships start rolling around, you can't come to Coach and say, hey, man, Coach going to say, bro, I did everything I could do. I done helped try to get your grade.
Well, you talking
I'm doing everything on the field to make you prepare, and I'm letting your parents know. It's on, he really putting it back on you. Yeah. So, if I was y'all, this ain't no recruiting piece for him, but I'm just saying, if I was y'all, I would really consider looking at his school and coming out there and joining him. And, hey, Coach, I want to go on this ride with you. And I'm going to leave y'all how I always leave y'all. Keep your head up and not down, or else you'll fall to the ground. This is Life in Football Podcast. Catch you next time.